Oh, hey, what do you know? Oh, excuse me. Welcome to this show about good customer relations for wood flooring installers. Today, we're going to talk about all the things you can do before, during, and after the job to make a good impression and cultivate repeat business for yourself, your business partners, or your employer. And that's good for everybody, right? I mean, we're all professionals here, and we all know there's more to a perfect job than just a perfect installation. Customers buy wood floors because they want satisfaction. And even if the job looks great, if you tick the customer off by leaving a big mess, for example, all your good work could be for nothing. But when you present a professional image and treat customers with respect, they tell their friends who buy more flooring, which gets us more work, and so on. Now, before we go any further with this, take a look at me, will you? I know what you're thinking. Very funny. I wish they'd hired Jennifer Lopez to do this program too, but hey, you're stuck with me. So let's get going. Come on. Hey, here's my buddy, Steve Seabaugh, a successful professional installer. How's it going, Steve?
Couldn't be better, Jim.
Good. Steve, tell us, what goes into a perfect installation? I mean, as wood flooring professionals, what can we do to make sure that each job goes smoothly from start to finish?
Well, Jim, a successful installation starts before the installer ever arrives. For example, one thing we can all do is to anticipate problems and let the homeowner know what to expect.
So, like ask important questions and deal with it when customers say things like, "Is like my waterbed a problem, man?"
Yeah, there's a floor tile. I guess it could be asbestos.
Oh, yes, I have a grand piano.
Are you fellas going to be making a lot of noise?
Exactly, and the best time to deal with these issues is before you ever arrive. Customers need to know who will move furniture, take up old flooring, install thresholds, and things like that. Some installers even prepare handouts letting the customer know what to expect.
Sounds like a good idea. Another important thing to remember is that the last person the customer sees as a representative of our industry is you. So the way you present yourself is critical. Now, it may be an old cliche, but you never get a second chance to make a good first impression.
Good point, Jim. So why don't we take a look at how you presented yourself in the first part of this program?
I'd rather not.
No one expects an installer to arrive in a coat and tie, but dirty clothes, torn pants, stuff like that, it just conveys the wrong message.
Hey, I wasn't expecting company, okay?
Well, dress comfortably and appropriately for the job. Some installers tell me wearing a uniform does more than just provide a professional appearance. It actually reduces complaints.
That is a uniformly good idea, Steve.
Hey, good grooming is also super important. If you want to wear a beard or a mustache, fine, but make sure it's neatly trimmed.
Oh, come on, I ran out of shaving cream, I swear.
You're working in the customer's home, so be sure to respect that at all times.
Contract work in occupied spaces requires the same good appearance too, doesn't it?
Yep, it's just good business. And hey, look at your vehicle, Jim. What kind of message do you think that sends to the customer?
That I am a cost-effective worker.
Give me a break.
Break? There's no brakes on that truck.
I can't overemphasize the importance of appearance to a good working relationship with your customers. And that goes for your vehicle, too.
This man is absolutely right. Is there anything else, Steve?
Yes. Be sure to plan the job in advance. Look over the work order, check the acclimation time for the wood flooring, also check the materials, job site conditions, and arrange for any special situations before you would begin.
Also, be sure you're fully insured and bonded for everyone's protection.
We're here at the customer's house, one of the most critical locations in our search for good customer service. Whoa, look at that lady, will you? Nicely dressed, looking at her watch. She falls right into the potentially unhappy category. She might be late for work. It's a good thing we called ahead and got here on time. Calling customers and letting them know when you'll be arriving is the courteous, professional thing to do. Also, be punctual, and if you're running late, be sure to call.
That goes for dropping off materials too. Let the customer know when you'll be dropping them off and why. Customers hate being left in the dark. Another thing we did was to arrive fully prepared. You never know what you're going to run into out here, so you got to think ahead. Bring extra stuff with you, like different fasteners or other things you might need. That helps you avoid extra trips and job delays, which can save you time and money. Customers can be very territorial, especially in their own homes, so never just barge in. Introduce yourself and your assistant if you got one, and make sure the customer's expecting you.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Jim Deacon from NWFA Flooring, here to install your floor. My assistant Steve Seaboss should be here any minute.
Well, hi, and thank you for getting here on time.
My pleasure. Do you mind if I look around a little bit before we set up?
Oh, not at all. Come right in.
Great. Check it out. We're actually going to go into the customer's house. Now, we don't want to leave any tracks in there, so we'll wipe our feet out here. We don't want to be dealing with a grumpy customer. You know how nasty they can get. Look at this place, will you? Whoa! Whew. Personal effects. We're going to have to be very careful in here. A man's home is his castle, especially if he's a lady. We need to respect that at all times. Once the job starts, we'll want to go in and out through the garage. And watch out for those walls, mate. It's a lovely home you have here, and the wood floor is going to make this room look great.
Oh, thank you. The NWFA floor people were terrific.
Aren't they great people? They always treat you right. Sincere compliments go a long way toward a successful job. People like to think they made the right choice and never say anything nasty about your business partners or their products. Be professional. I'd like to go over the work order with you if you don't mind. We're going to be installing a pre-finished engineered floor over a plywood subfloor. That's a really nice design too, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Now, we'll be installing the floor here in the family room. And since the floor joists run this way, it's customary for us to run the flooring boards the long way that way.
That'll be fine.
Okay, now we'll also take care of all the moldings and the thresholds. You have any questions?
Not really.
That went great! This is going to be a fantastic job. I can feel it. Now, watch how I ask permission to use the things we need. After all, it is her house. Now, we'd like to set up our saw in your driveway if you don't mind.
Sure.
Good. Oh, and is there a bathroom around we can use?
Oh, certainly, right around the corner. And I left a pot of coffee on, and there are some cups in the kitchen for you.
Great.
And listen, I've got to run. So just give me a call if there's anything else you need.
I have your number at work. Thanks very
Okay.
much, ma'am.
Thank you.
What a sensational customer. Do you see the way she kept looking at her watch? Obviously in a hurry, but we'll do the job right, just like we always do. This is going to be a fantastic floor.
What makes up a perfect installation? Quality and customer service. Jim remembered where he was and treated the customer the way he would want to be treated in his home. After the room is empty, be sure to cover the remaining surfaces with plastic and seal the room. This keeps your work area clean and minimizes dust and debris throughout the home. Also, be sure to do your sawing outside if you can. Personally, I'd never smoke in a customer's home, even if it looks like they smoke too. But if you must, make sure you ask permission first. For lunch, I eat out or in the truck. It just keeps things neat and clean. If I use the bathroom, I clean up after myself. And if I need to make a phone call, I use my own phone. Oh, and another thing. If there's a problem, I come out to the truck and call the office. I don't want to worry the customer. I'd rather just handle it myself. Finally, clean up thoroughly after the job. Customers expect things to be perfect when you leave. Don't disappoint them. Cleaning up makes the whole job look better. Besides, you might just find a problem you can fix now, saving yourself the trouble of a callback later.
Hey there, Jim Deacon back again with wood flooring expert extraordinaire, Steve Seabaugh.
Thanks, Jim.
Steve, why is this stuff we're talking about so important? I mean, why is it critical that we treat every customer with courtesy and respect?
Well, that's easy. First of all, it's the right way to do business, and surveys show us that nearly 80% of our business comes from repeat customers and referrals.
So when we treat people right, we create more satisfied customers, which in turn creates more business.
Exactly.
I get it. You got it? They got it. One more question. Is there anything we can do to help move that process along?
Definitely.
Like what?
Well, one thing we can do is to give our customers a tour of the finished job. This shows we care and gives them the opportunity to spot potential problems.
And that can prevent callbacks, can't it?
It sure can. Another thing we can do is call in about 2 days after the installation just to make sure they're completely satisfied.
Good idea. You know, I've had a number of installers tell me they send thank you notes with their business cards inside after they finish a job.
Hey, that's a good way to keep your name in front of the customer. I've even heard about one installer who leaves a rose on the coffee table with his business card.
I get it. That way the customer's friends and neighbors will see it when they come over to check out the new floor. I've even heard about some installers who offer discounts for repeat business or finder's fees for referrals.
Those are all good ways to generate sales for you and your business partners. Well, that just about wraps up our show on good customer relations. Thanks for joining us. And remember, treat your customers the way you'd want to be treated.
Ooh, check that, Steve. Treat your customers better than you'd want to be treated. After all, they're paying the bills.
Hey, you're catching on.
I told you I'd figure it out.
Good luck out there. May your profits be many, your losses be few.